God knew you needed to hear this. I just read a Bible story that changed my whole perspective, and I guarantee if you watch this video to the end, your life will completely change. This story is incredible. So there's a story in the Bible where God promises his people a land flowing with milk and honey. So Moses and all the Israelites, they're out wandering in the wilderness. And so Moses is the one leading all the people. So he sends out 12 spies to check out this land that God promised them. But some of the spies came back with a different report. So 10 of the spies were like, yeah, the land is good, but there's no way we're gonna be able to take that land because the people there are huge. There's literally giants there, and we look like grasshoppers compared to them. There's no way. But there were 12 spies, remember? And 2 of the spies, Caleb and Joshua, came back with a completely different report. Caleb stands up in front of everybody and says, we should go up and take possession of the land, for we can certainly do it. Now, isn't that interesting? 10 of the people were focused on the size of the giant, but Caleb and Joshua were focused on the size of their God. They saw the same land. They saw the same giants. They just had a different focus. Everyone else was measuring the giants against themselves. But Caleb and Joshua were measuring the giant against God. And that's God math. And I like God math because nothing we face is bigger than God. But here's what's crazy. All the Israelites, all of God's people believed the bad report instead of the good report. And God was like, okay, cool. You don't want it? You're not going to get it. And that entire generation died in the desert. The only 2 who made it to the promised land was Caleb and Joshua, the only 2 who believed that God was bigger than the giants. So what's the message with all of this? You got to stop listening to people who are always talking about the negativity. You got to stop focusing on your problem. Think about David when he went up against Goliath. He didn't talk about how dangerous Goliath was. He talked about how great his God is. Stop telling God how big your problems are and start telling your problems how big your God is. And notice how there were 10 spies who saw the negative. There's always going to be more people that see the negative than the positive. You're going to have to stand out when you really stand for God. So let me ask you today, whose report are you believing? The voice in your head's report? The doctor's report? The news? Are you kidding me? Or are you believing God's report because God says you are more than a conqueror? You know what that means? A conqueror is someone who wins a battle, but being more than a conqueror means you already won the battle before it even started. We don't fight for victory, we fight from victory. Can I get a A? Man.